I'll send you guys a couple of things. So,
and I need to. Damien is controlling our giveaway tonight.
Oh, is he okay?
Yeah, so he's gonna do it from a distance for me.
All right. So we're just gonna do that one big. Price tag.
Yeah, we're gonna do it at the end. We're gonna kind of push everybody, tell everybody, and we're gonna do it towards the end. So it'll be done to do the giveaway at the end. So.
Yeah.
There we go. So we are, I believe we are live. Yes, we are. There might be a few people filtering in. We're here. We're going to give it just a few minutes because I know the alert just went out.
Yeah.
And let me grab this stuff. And then we'll get going here in a few minutes just to chat about all things awesome that you guys do out there.
I'm nervous. I always get nervous for this stuff. It may not seem like it, but I get nervous.
No. This is the fun part because there's I have a few things written down. Okay. I'm sure John and Michael have a few questions. We're going to take questions from the people that are going to come watch, and it's all easy peasy.
All right.
This is not like the podcast. If you talk to Dave and Jorge, who were on our podcast, and I was we have a schedule.
Yeah, we're gonna actually record our next episode tonight, so I was gonna ask him tonight about it.
We had a lot of fun having those guys on and everything. So
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's the right people because I don't know much about all that stuff.
Oh heck yeah! Jorge messaged me about the Ronin Warriors a little while ago, and then I was like, yes, we can totally talk about that.
That's cool.
I'm always happy to talk about something if somebody wants to hear it. So
very cool.
Okay, so let's see. What do we got going on? We are in a couple different places. We're on Twitch, obviously, with Geek Together. I'm not seeing any viewers yet. Oh, I got 5 people on. We're also over on Facebook, and we're on YouTube. So we're live at a couple different places. So
oh really? Oh crap!
Yeah. Okay. So we like to do it. We like to spread it out just a little bit. Kind of gets at a few things. So we are excited. And then let's see. I'm going to go ahead and hit this countdown so I'll remember this time because last time with Christina, I totally missed it and it was horrible. So
you missed all the intro music then.
We got to make
outro, we missed everything.
We got to make it good this time. So here we go. Hey everybody, we are back for another collector showcase. I'm Andrew.
I'm John.
And I'm Michael.
There we go. We did it backwards. So there's always something weird about this. Yeah. We got audio or we got music this time for the intro. So
that was fancy.
Be happy about that. So we're here tonight. We're talking to Av over here from Beehive and Average Nerd, and I really don't know if this is going to do justice after what we heard you doing with the Average Nerds just a few minutes ago. So
no, it's going to be better.
that was great.
We don't do much singing on this side of it. So.
Yeah, we don't. And
we got to get you on. We got to get you on one of our happy hour Mondays so we can hear those voices.
Oh, yeah. We had Clint on, and I was like, no singing, Clint. Yeah,
we're supposed to have Clint on ours. We're supposed to do like a hair band Monday or something like that.
I mean, that he would be good for that.
Yeah, he would.
He's here with us. Obviously, Clint. He just messaged. Larry's with us tonight. Yes. Damien will be with us probably in a few minutes. He's getting some stuff kicked off. We are doing a giveaway tonight, and we will give you a little more information as we go, because we're gonna have some fun talking about all kinds of stuff. And everything. So I guess because we have just under an hour. I know the Avalanche are playing tonight. So
He's like, I gotta go.
the game starts at 9, and it's
It's
an
done.
important.
Get it over.
It's,
Get to the
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
I'm really hoping that one of the guys from Vancer would be on tonight because
Are they playing Vegas?
Yes, we are playing Vegas, and
Are you
it's
playing Vegas? Yeah.
it's a crazy thing because if the Avs win tonight, Vegas will have a harder time winning the President's Trophy. But if they win, if Vegas wins, they automatically win the President's Trophy, which is like
Really?
yeah. So it's like
I haven't
Yeah.
kept up because my Sharks are garbage this season. So
I wouldn't apologize for that at all. So, yeah. But all right. So this isn't a hockey. This is a hockey talk.
Yeah.
We'll jump on
next
Michael,
time.
Michael and John are completely bored right now. They don't know what's going on.
I know
So-
the Stars. Last I saw, they still had some kind of a chance, but I don't know how much of a chance. So
Yeah, I haven't looked at it today to see if they were still. I don't know if they are. So there's Geek Together. I think that's Damien. So we'll get more information coming. But all right, so we've got Av here. We want to talk about collecting, and you've got a very interesting position of being a store owner also.
Yeah.
So, and you're like super busy with everything, with store collecting. You've got the Average Nerd podcast, and I mean, it's just, and I'm not singing. Damien, I'm not singing. Av was singing. I'm not singing. So
We'll get him to sing soon.
No. Well, actually, shout out to Mom. As long as she doesn't sing, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, true. But say hi to Dad. He said hello too.
Oh, hey, Dad. Yeah, he did say hi. And we do
Our
have
parentals.
the Average Nerd just came over with a party of 34. So that's kind of who I was also waiting for because I knew that they'd be here soon.
Yeah.
Look at that. Gary sings raid. That's what they're hashtagging it. So,
Gary could sing. Gary can sing.
yes, he can.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, Av, I'm going to let you get started. I'm going to let you start basically because we just want to know like your story. How did you get into collecting, moving over to the store, all that stuff? So,
Well, I've always been, well, as kids, I've seen you guys. I mean, I follow you on Instagram and Twitter, and I see you post all your pictures from when you were kids. And I mean, that's how I was with my little brother. I mean, my parents bought us all these Star Wars and G.I. Joes and Marvel and DC figures. And so I was always a like toy nerd.
yeah.
Like, the thing is with my dad, he always used to take us on our birthdays to Toys R Us. And me and my little brother were just like super excited every year because we both get something. If it was my birthday, he would still get a little something, but whoever's birthday it was, you would get the majority of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up in the 80s. I don't know, you guys listen to the podcast and watch our streams. I'm considered the old man.
That's
Ours
Michael.
is right above you.
I'm with you there on that.
Yeah.
So I'm the old guy. So I grew up I was a kid in the 80s. So I was heavily into all the Star Wars and G.I. Joe and, Mask. I saw you guys did an episode on Mask. I remember one Christmas, my mom and dad got us a shitload. Oh, can we cuss here? I'm sorry. a ton of Mask toys. And back then I didn't know what they were. They were just toys. So we just played with them and they were, we loved them. So I was always into toys and collecting, even cards, like football cards and baseball and basketball cards. I was all into that. And I always wanted to kind of own my own shop or store. Even as a little kid, I used to pretend like I had a store. I would set up everything and pretend I was selling stuff, which is pretty odd for like a.
So
kid,
the other kids in class want to be astronauts and firemen, and you want to own a retail or a store.
I wanted to work retail.
I mean,
yeah,
everybody's got goals, right?
Yeah. So, fast forward to now. I still collected things as an adult, or as a young adult, but it wasn't like really super serious. I got into the whole. I don't know. You guys follow me on Instagram too. I've been starting to post my sneaker collection a little bit here and there. So I've gotten back into sneakers. Um, but toys have always been a thing for me. And I think it goes for everybody when they're collecting, right? As an adult, you try and buy things that you either had or that you couldn't get when you were a kid.
Right.
So, and it's easier now as an adult. I mean, you're working now. You have some money to spend.
I love those commercials where it's like, now that I have adult money,
yeah,
I spend it on toys. Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens.
And we're all there. I mean, look at the backgrounds. Look at this.
Yeah. This
just reminds you of your when you were a kid, you know.
Yeah. And that's
just reminds you of those times.
Yeah. So like I said, I always wanted to open up a shop and I guess be my own boss. I grew up in the Bay Area, and everyone knows the Bay Area is super expensive.
Yeah.
So I said, me and my wife, we moved up to here in Sacramento about 4 years ago. So, and it's much affordable. It's more affordable here. And we're talking, we're like, you know, you want to open up something, and we were looking for space and locations and things like that. So we were having dinner one evening in Midtown, the Midtown area, Midtown Sacramento. And we just saw a space that said for lease. So we looked into it, we called, and it just happened super quick. I don't know. It just felt so fast. And I was working I had a full-time job at the time. So I was like, okay, we'll if we get this spot, we'll open, and we'll just open for a couple days a week and see how it goes.
Yeah.
That's how much I wanted to, have a shop of my own. Things happened, I got laid off from my full-time job, and we said, okay, timing is right. It works out. So we'll do this full time. I'll focus on the shop. So now we're working on 3 years. So we're a Funko-centric shop. So
right.
The reason why we did Funko was because, Funko is pretty hot right now, or it has been.
It has been for, like, I'd say the last 6-7 years now. It's really blown up a lot more. So
yeah. Because I was always Funko. I've been a collector since probably around 2012. So it's kind of in the early days, because Funko, the first pop was 2010.
Yeah. So
I was in that early collector stage for Funko collectors. So I knew the product, I knew the collectors, I knew the community. So I said, okay, going into business, I wanted to go into something that I knew about. I didn't want to go in. I'm not going to go into. I know Michael, you're into like cars and Hot Wheels and stuff, and I don't know. I mean, I know a little bit, but I'm not. If somebody comes to me asking me a question, I might not know, and that's not.
Yeah, you definitely have to get into something that you definitely know about.
Yeah. So you could provide, the information and the guidance to collectors that come in asking. So Funko was the thing that was the thing that I knew. But I also know action figures. I know, so we've been carrying a little bit of, the Marvel Legends, the Black Series. We started with NECA and the Ultimate figures and the Super 7 reaction figures. So trying to get more variety in there. But yeah, Funko is the one. And it's, like I said, it's going strong. It's not slowing down anytime soon. So
no, it seems like it's going. I honestly thought there for a little while when COVID started hitting, I was like, well, this is going to be harmful. We're not going to have cons. We're not going to have little things. And then it occurred to me that everybody's just going to order online, which is probably great for like you, because I know you've got your online store going, and obviously we're in Texas. We haven't been out to Beehive. I would love to make it out there. You've got a 4-foot Batman that I want. I've been trying to figure out how to get one of these, and I know every time I ask somebody about it, they just ignore me. So I don't know if it's something I've said, but
no,
he would look good right over there.
It would look good. Would look great over there.
See, look right underneath
got
or
room.
right above that poster.
Yeah,
He would look good right there. Yeah,
you got room right
plenty
there
of
for
room.
it.
If I could give it up, then I would definitely. But
so Damien mentioned he diversifies his adult money, and then he hasn't been to Beehive either, but he's obviously sent money. Yeah,
he sent money there,
and I think that's the same way we are. Like we've sent you money because I mean, you've got the stuff we want, and I gotta say, your packaging is great.
Yeah.
I know if I'm going to order something, I'll get it. You know, if I have to wait a little while for it to come in, past if I see it at another store or whatever. But I know that the packaging is going to be great. It's going to be minty, and it's going to be. I got nothing to worry about. So I appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's as a collector, I know what collectors are looking for.
Yeah.
So I don't want to. Yeah. So it kind of helps being a collector. And I mean, yeah, I guess we'll talk about it later, but being a collector and owning a shop that can get this stuff. Yeah. So
yeah, I was going to say, so how much has your collection gotten bigger since you actually started the shop?
It's funny because Funko Pop, I actually slowed down on because I see a lot of it every day.
Right.
And it seems like, you know, I'm at that point in my, as a collector, to think like, I don't have to really like go crazy for it or rush to get it because I know it'll come my way, you know?
Yeah.
But other things like, you know, designer toys and even like getting back into like Marvel Legends and things like that. It's just gotten worse. And but also, you know, it goes into the other collecting. Like I said, I started back into like collecting shoes and you know, I still buy. I love hats. I always wear hats, so I buy a lot of hats. And, it's someone's gonna call. But yeah, it's for as far as Funko goes though. Yeah, it's slowed down, which is a little weird, but.
Yeah,
like I said, I see it all the time. So yeah.
So before we get too far, I do want to talk about we are doing a giveaway. Ab messaged me earlier and was like, "Hey, we want to do a giveaway." So I'm going to show this. I'm going to pull this up.
Yes,
this is what's going on. It is 4 reaction figures. This is all one thing. So one person will win all of this. 2 Turtle reaction figures, 2 Transformers reaction figures. Which I got to tell you, I didn't even know there was they were doing Transformers.
Yeah, I didn't know the Transformers. The first time Andrew showed this to me, I said, wow, I'm going to have to get a hold of some of those.
So these are pretty awesome. And then these sodas, these Ghostbuster sodas.
Yeah, I need the Stay Puft.
Which are sealed.
Yeah, and so they're sealed. So those could be like I have a Stay Puft. I order 2 of my sodas every time I order one, just in case.
I've got 2 of the Egon that I just got from.
Did you?
Yeah.
I have not opened them yet.
Oh, I was about to ask if you've opened them.
I don't know if I have the Chase or not.
The Chase, yeah.
So but I also have 2 Beetlejuice, you know, later on too.
If you're interested in that, here's how you win. Everybody's already started entering, but all you got to do is ~ Beehive, because this is all part of Beehive and Av over here. So be sure you enter the win. We will announce, or we'll pick the winner about 10 minutes before the stream is over. So you got about 40-ish minutes or so, or 30 minutes. I can't count. I don't do 30 minutes. I don't do math all that well sometimes. So, but yeah. So here, I'll show this one more time so everybody can see it. All the cool stuff.
Yeah, it's fitting for what you guys do. You talk about retro toys, so
yes. And I will say, I did tell Av that I was half tempted to just skip out tonight so that I can come in and enter, but I'll refrain. We appreciate that. It's awesome. So, all right. So obviously, you've got the store. You said you're collecting like Funko stuff has kind of dwindled down a little bit. But I see all those sodas behind you.
You see all this, yeah.
Are you complete on sodas?
I am not. No,
you're not. Okay. I don't know how many out there. So
I just try and get the characters that I like, and and that's I can't. I mean, if I just start if I didn't own the shop and I was just like a new collector, just like I did with Funko Pop, you try and get everything, right?
Right.
So no, I'm I'm old enough to know.
So that's where I was a few years ago. I had like almost 700 pops, and I was like, look, I wasn't getting the pleasure out of all of them because I was just trying to get everything, and then I just dwindled down to just Batman, which is obviously what I have behind me. But I totally understand that, and like I love the sodas. The sodas are a great place if you're not a collector. Start collecting with sodas because they're great. Like everything has a chase. You've got a chance to get it. there's not like any way to. I guess some of them weigh a little differently. I can't tell.
It's really it's the difference is very minute. It's maybe an ounce or something, but it's you can't really by touch you can't tell. No.
You can't tell. Yeah, so it's really nice because you always got a chance to get something. I know with my sodas, I've gotten pretty lucky for most of them. I've got a few that I didn't, but like I said, I always order two just in case because I ordered one shredder. Yeah, I ordered one shredder, and I think I got it from you, Av. And I wasn't able to get the second one because it was like all you had left was one. And so I got it, and it was a chase, and I was like, "Crap! Now I gotta find the regular
one."
And luckily, a few people within our group, I had one within a week. So, but I was like, the one time I only ordered one. Obviously, I'd get the regular one.
Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm glad you got the chase.
So, how did you end up going? So, you've got the store open. You got laid off. You got the store open. You're doing pretty well, I guess. You seem like you're doing pretty well. And then all of a sudden now you're doing a podcast also. So hanging out with the most average nerds that I've ever seen.
Yes. Very average.
But you guys are great because I love the background, the Filipino background that you guys give and all that. Like, obviously it's not anything that we know a lot of growing up or whatever, but hearing that the way that you guys grew up and everything, and your age difference between all five of you is great because you've got different, it's all the same, but at the same time you got different like experiences. So
it's like, different experiences, different point of view. Cause we all grew up in the Bay Area. Different stages, of course. But it's such I love doing what we do. I like, like I said, I like laughing. I like making fun of, at my expense too. Like I'm okay with that, with the whole, all the old man stuff and it's okay. It's just, just our the chemistry we have. And I met Dave and Jay probably like 3 years ago. So it's not like super long time ago. And then I met Juan and Jorge probably a year after. And when I first spoke to Jorge was the first one where we really got to like talking about like, okay, let's maybe start something. Because when we first met, we just started talking about, anything really, or whatever was going on that day or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was the first time we met. Backstory is we do know mutual people. We have mutual friends. So that's how that kind of connection happened. But, meeting him for the first time, we just clicked and started talking. We're just like, I mentioned like, okay, I wanted to kind of maybe try and start something like a podcast or YouTube or whatever. And then he said like, yeah, me and a couple other guys that you may know have been talking about it. And I said, oh shit. Okay. Can I weasel my way in?
So I tried that with the 4 Dorksmen and they were like, no, we're already at 4. We don't want any more. So I was like, they were like, no, you can't weasel in. So I just said, screw you guys. I'll start my own thing with my brothers. And if they say no to me, they still have to see me at Christmas. So it makes things very awkward enough. Right. Damien says I wasn't dork enough for the four doors.
You weren't dorky enough. Yeah.
Which probably makes sense. I'm probably the cooler dork guy, and it's maybe not it's not dorky enough for them. So
they saw that. They go, "Oh man, you're too cool, Andrew. Man, come on."
It was too dork.
So it was quite interesting. So Oh, sorry, wrong one. There's Clint. I was not too dork. I promise you that. I've seen y'all's photos. So you've got. I thought really that like you were brought into the average nerd. Last, I knew. I guess you did. You kind of weaseled your way in, but I didn't realize that you had like thought about starting something because you've got so much going on. And then you're like, hey, but I guess it is good for business. If you're getting out there more and everything. And, I think it's great that, y'all do a lot of advertising on there, but hey, anybody that's in the Sacramento area or whatever, I don't know my way around California. So if you're in Midtown, go to Beehive.
Yeah.
Right.
Just go.
Like, even if you're not a collector, just go and check things out.
You can hang out with me for a little bit.
Right, there we go. And John can contest to this. If you just go buy one thing, you'll be back to get more. Because when we started our podcast almost 40 weeks ago now, John was not a collector, he had nothing. So I
remember we did I think we did something together for, was it the San Diego Comic-Con thing we did, or last year? I think it was something for the Nerds Unite thing.
Yeah.
I think we were on one like a live stream together. And your collection behind you just grew. Yeah. From that last year.
It was Star Wars.
Yeah, it was a Star Wars collectible one.
Right.
But then it's you're in there right now. You're
he's we keep saying his wife's gonna get mad at us at some point, but I guess as long as he keeps it
I've got her collection of elephants growing too. So as long as I take care of that side, she's
you're okay with getting your stuff.
Yeah.
So Damien has a question here. He says, how long did it take for the others to let you know that if you're the podcast, you get dibs on chases?
Chases? Do they get dibs on chases?
Do they realize they get dibs on chases? I didn't realize that you get dibs on chases. I would like to weasel my way into to the Average Nerd podcast if you get dibs on chases.
You know what? I like helping other collectors out, especially the collectors that help me out.
I was about to say, if they help you, like, I mean, it's nice to
with all the things that with what you guys are, with John wearing the Beehive shirt, that's it. If you guys, and I'd say this to everybody, all these collectors here that's in the chat and in the Nerds Unite community, I try my best to help you guys as much as I can. If you guys are looking for something, if it happens to be a chase, or even if like soda chases, I'll do my best to try and get you that soda chase. I'll do one of these things. Like he's like, wait, okay, this one's heavier, and I'm gonna send this one to John. So I appreciate everything that you guys have done. Is everybody in this Nerds Unite community? So I try and reciprocate. Yeah, that word. I try and help everybody I can. So that's.
So here's another question for you from Sneak One. How did the Beehive name come about?
Okay. It's a good question. I get that a lot. It's kind of, it's a personal question. Mm-hmm. Because it has to do with my daughter.
Right.
If you guys have followed, the store or my personal Instagram or whatnot, she passed away. I think it was like 13 years ago. So when we first decided on opening the shop and picking a name, I wanted to have, something to do with Ava. Not necessarily like her name or anything like that, but just something that when we hear it, we know it's for her. So her last Halloween, she was dressed. We dressed her up as a bumblebee, and there's a picture floating around there, and numerous people drew her in that bee costume, and it's something that just even when she was around, because it was it was the Halloween before she passed in 2007. I used to show that picture around all the time because I thought it was super cute, and everyone kind of knew her as that. So like the whole bee thing, and it kind of stuck with us even when she was here. We started doing we got bee just bee collectibles. So sadly she passed away, and I was driving. I think I was driving back home one time, and I was still and this is when we were already I think we had the place already, or the location already picked. So we're thinking like, what are we going to name this? What are we going to name the company or the shop? I think I drove by somewhere coming home from the Bay Area, and it's something like Beehive or there was I probably saw a billboard that had that on there.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of stuck. I talked to my wife about it. And we're like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. I mean, because I didn't want to do like what some other people do with their shops, if it's a Funko-centric pop or shop, to make it like, the pop shop or something pop store, because, what's going to happen when pops go away or if they go away.
I was going to say you can expand out if it's Beehive, like that's you can expand out.
So we kind of want to keep it, keep it like that. So Beehive kind of stuck. So it was literally me driving and seeing a billboard with Beehive on it, and I was like, okay, it kind of makes sense, and it sounds nice. Beehive Collectables. Even though in the beginning people would ask like if I was involved with honey and selling honey or bee collectibles.
You should just get a corner of the store over there and just put like some honey in it. Just,
I should.
There you go. I got some honey just for those weirdos that come in to ask.
Yeah, there's other things I want to like venture into. Like it doesn't have to be toys. I wanted to do like like beer or mead or honey or something like that. A Beehive brand. But yeah, Beehive. It's something to remember Ava. For us for when we know what Beehive is about. We know it's dedicated to her, and we work. I work my ass off for her and for my son who's still here, and but yeah, it's for Ava. So
with Clint on that, he said, "Let's brew a Beehive beer."
I'm down.
Yeah, there we go.
Beehive brew.
And then. So the fact that it's Beehive Midtown, and obviously you're in Midtown, whenever you're ready to expand and you want to open Beehive Tyler, we're here. We're here to work it.
Yeah.
I'm looking for I wanted to show your picture of your other collectible thing, your stickers. Is it on your personal Instagram?
My stickers?
Yes, there it is.
Found it? Okay.
Yeah. So I wanted to show this because this is just awesome. I love this. And then I had to like send you one of ours because obviously we wanted to be represented. I can't talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So these are all your stickers. This is so much of the Nerds Unite community on this. And this is your counter, right? At the store?
The counter. Yeah. The front counter. Yeah.
Yeah. So much here, like a few people that are here with us tonight.
You see all of them. You see, the SDS guys. Larry sent me a few things. Clint's face is there.
Clint's face is there. I look at it and immediately I'm drawn to rice balls right there in the middle.
Rice balls in the middle, yeah.
Right underneath of Nerds Unite. And then there's the 4 Dorksmen. Obviously, Toys R Us kids on there. Deathly Cute, Secondary Heroes, so many that are on here. And this is amazing. I love the fact that you do this because this just kind of collects so much of them. And I think you doing this started a bunch of people to start doing this also. And we're all kind of displaying it. I have not figured out since I moved here to how to display. They're all on a stack over there. And I feel bad because even the pins, everything, like they're not there.
Yeah, so, I put up my pin board again.
That was another one that I said, there it is.
That one.
There it is. There's the pin board. So that's what I need to get. I got to get one of those so that I can get things going. So those are your collection's so much. Like you've got good stuff behind you. Obviously, running the store. You're doing pins, stickers, and it's just awesome.
Yeah, yeah. And the collect. I mean, with the collect. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna talk about, but the exclusives for the store.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. Yeah. Before we go too much further, just to remind everybody, we are doing this giveaway. You can enter by doing exclamation Beehive, and it's an awesome prize pack. I'll show you the picture again, but I already closed it. So it's a couple, or like 4 reaction figures and a couple minty closed sodas, so you can get them, open them up, sniff them, do whatever you want to do with them. And John, Michael, I will be joining the Below Average Dorks People podcast. So, me and Damien are going to start this. There you go. Since we can't get on the other ones, we're gonna start this one. So. Oh, yep. And I guess we're gonna have Andrew's sack.
Andrew's sack. I got some Robbie Sack stickers I haven't put up yet. So,
I gotta say that is the dangerous part of Geek Together to watch Robbie Sack because it's
he finds some pretty good stuff when he's showing.
He does.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's jump into the collective or the exclusives that you've got for Beehive there, because you've got some pretty cool ones. Do you have any around?
Yeah, I should have taken them. Let me grab some real quick.
Okay. Yeah, so there's the little thing if you guys are listening. So the exclamation point Beehive, and I'm going to open this back up. I shouldn't have closed it. Something else I saw that he has, the metallic. I got to talk about these metallic DC Imperial Palace pops. So that'll come back up. Oops, sorry, wrong button. No, I hit the wrong button. My bad. I was trying to do this. There you go. There's the prize pack. So be sure you enter. And sorry, Dad, I don't think you can enter on Facebook.
That's what I was about to say.
You gotta watch on Twitch.
Watch on Twitch. Get on Twitch and enter.
Yeah.
Everyone enter. You got
everybody
time still to enter. Yeah, you got time to enter. So the first exclusive that we did for Beehive was with Jason at Barely, which is pretty cool.
Come on, Dad.
Come on, Dad. Come on, Dad. Come on, Dad. So we did the seated Barely.
Yeah. Here, let me.
Wrong one.
No, John.
Yeah. So we did the seated Barely,
right?
Which was a 1 of 24, and I mean the glow on this is great. So how it started, I reached out to Jason because with all these people, I reached out to them because it's so tough to get a Funko exclusive.
Oh yeah,
a Funko Pop exclusive. So I said, what can I do to kind of stand out a little bit from the others? So I reached out to artists and toy designers that I either knew or I knew that the collectors in our community respected, and I also respected, and I love their artwork and their figures. So I said, okay, let's give it a shot. So I reached out to Jason, and he was all in. So I was like, oh, okay, we're in it. So he did this for me. He did the seated Barely, which the glow in the dark went for our 2nd anniversary last year, which sold out really, really quick.
Well, it sold out quick, but apparently a couple people here have it. Clint has one. Damien has one.
Yeah. they were on it. I saw that when yeah. So it was nice of I can't thank these artists enough for what they're doing for me, for the store. So and he also he gifted me the big boy.
Nice
for the anniversary. Nice. So this one is a special one that and for the 2-year anniversary. So we did that one. We did the Vancer toys, Eric and Chris. Another awesome.
That ramble is amazing. I wanted one and I missed it. I missed that one.
So this one was another LE24, and it's another thing. I reached out to them and I'm like, I love what you guys are doing, and I kind of want to see if we could do an exclusive for the store, and like they were all for it. So and then this one, Dave, the Dork Knight, the other guy on our podcast, he helped design this because I don't have any. I mean, I'm not very artistic. I guess I used to be when I was younger, but not anymore. So I said I reached out to another artist guy that I know that I love, that I respect and admire. So I asked Dave, can you help me design this and see what Vancer says? And all of them worked together great and came up with this chunky boy. So that was the second one. And then Priscilla's in the chat. I mean, we worked on the enamel pins because everyone loves pins.
Yeah, everybody's collecting pins now.
Yeah, so we did a Honey Bear exclusive, and this was LE50, which was readily more available for some people, but I mean it's still sold out. So and that credit to Priscilla for having great stuff too. So so those three, I can't thank them enough. Futures for the second half of the year. And I mentioned this. It's no like leakly or
okay. I was like, are we about to get a spoiler?
I mean, I mentioned there's no like full details, but I mentioned a few things or a few other people that I spoke to. Priscilla's one of them again. With her, everyone knows about her Sune figure. Lucky enough that she made me a custom one in honor of Ava. So I've spoken to her. I've spoken to Jason again for maybe another one. Vancer is always on board. I know Damien's here. Deathly cute.
So I do want to point out. So Clint says I don't have that one. I assume he's talking about the one that hasn't come out yet because he has everything else.
Yeah. Well, this one's a one of one. No one's gonna have this one.
Sorry, Clint. I'm still surprised he doesn't have it.
You're not gonna have this one, but look out. I mean, like I said, I spoke to these wonderful artists and creators, and they're all on board. So no solid details, but just look out in the next couple months for stuff. And what Av did speak to me, but all we did was gossip. So me and Priscilla have this little gossip group, and it's just us two.
Two or more is a group, so I mean that works.
Right?
That works.
Yeah.
And look at this. Geeky. Damien says he's.
Yeah. See.
So this is what we got to do. We got to reach out to all these people and see if we can get a Toy Rewind exclusive. I don't know what that would be, but
you can. You can.
I do. I really like that ramble.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. I wanted to get one of those for my wife because she's her name starts with B and she's like Queen Bee and all about the bees. So I was like, actually, when I first got one of your packages and had stickers in it, she tried to steal my stickers.
Okay. I'm going to send her some stickers. Tell her I'll send her some stickers.
I was like, those are my stickers. And then I got another box and then she didn't try to steal them after that point, but it's all good. And no, Clint, I'm not married to Beyonce, but my Queen Bee.
It's the other Queen Bee.
Yeah. Not that. Not everybody's Queen Bee. My Queen Bee. Yeah. It makes a difference.
But yeah, there's a lot coming up, and I'm excited to just to be able to show everybody, because it's gonna be an action packed like summer fall.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome, and there's so much that is like you're doing, and I love supporting Beehive because if I can find it other places, I always look at Beehive and Poppin' Beards first to see if I can support one of you two guys, because you guys are great. Like I said, your shipping's always amazing. Even if I have to wait for it, it doesn't matter to me because I know I'm going to get it. Like it's going to be there. Whenever you get it, you're going to send it. And I know, like I said, it's going to be minty and it's going to be great. So, and there's going to be a little extra something there, because you guys are freaking awesome. So if you're in this chat, and I know nobody in this chat is not buying from you. So but if you're in this chat, you're not purchasing from Beehive, make sure you get out there and do it because it's all great. So
appreciate that.
Now, let's get a little personal.
Okay.
I want to know what your favorite collectible that you have is.
Favorite collectible that I have.
Around the whole room.
I know, right?
That's a hard answer.
It's hard to, because I love all these. I love all these exclusives that our friends make for the store. So it's like, geez, it's so. I cannot say that, right?
Oh, here you go. So two to point out here. Clint says it's the Murder Machine.
No.
And then
I really hate
obviously
the Murder Machine.
the ginormous Batman.
The Batman,
which is the one Andrew wants.
Which is the one I want. Yeah. Comes on the stand and looks great.
Yeah.
Someday.
It's a cool collectible. Like if once, like I know Beehive's not going to be around forever, but once it does end, then that'll be a good centerpiece for my collection. Just at home. Andrew. Sorry.
It's like it's not going anywhere.
I'll find somebody that doesn't want that thing. They'll be like so mad, and they'll be like,
"I want out there somewhere."
Yeah. Or just hit up every retailer you know.
Or I'll start a store and I'll be able to get it. Who knows?
Everything has a price on it.
That's true. Everything does have a price.
Sure, you'll find someone that's going to be like, "Give me a price," and if you go high enough.
So
but there's everything. There's everything like stuff that's in here that has some meaning, like that. There's that Boba Fett. Whatchamacallit, Bear Brick right here that my wife got me for my birthday. Like that's, it's an awesome piece to have. The two quicks, the Mando and the Boba Fett one. It's such a cool figure. And then there's the one thing that there's one that really, like, I don't even think I could ever let that go, is the holographic Darth Maul Funko Pop. For 2012. Like that's one that it just keeps going up in price, and if I ever let it go, it's like, am I ever going to get it again?
So there are a few that I sold off that I was like, dang, I wish I would have done that. But it's whatever. But that's one that I don't think I can do that. I really like those helmets you have on the other side of you there.
Yes.
Those are pretty awesome.
So
just one more quick reminder: if you haven't entered the contest or the giveaway, it's ! Beehive, because it'll be ending.
You got a minute and a half or so.
Oh, something like that. A minute and a half or so.
10 minutes still.
Yeah, it should be. Damien, just tell me if that's not right. Damien's controlling that on the backside for us, because he is Mr. Geek Together. Yes, I actually. So there's 3 places that I want to go. I want to go over to North Carolina, or I want to go over to the East Coast and see Poppin' Beards. I want to go to the West Coast, see your store, and then I need to go down to Austin and see Damien's store. And see, his is a little closer.
Yeah, you should hit up
garage store. Yeah.
So Damien just said we got like 3 minutes left. It's like a garage store with above retail prices. So you never know. You probably get almost anything. I know Damien orders a lot of stuff, so that he can get all those chases and keep his family happy. So look, there are no prices. That means Damien can charge you. Oh, he says I don't sell anything.
Okay.
I just figured that meant that he can just make up prices as he goes. There's no set price. So
Flint, 5-finger disco.
I'm trying to think. I think I've run through most of my questions. You guys, Michael, John, y'all have any questions?
I stepped out for just a few minutes. I just had a question. When you got your store started, what did you have an online store before that? Or are you doing online sales or anything like that? Or you just went straight to the building store there like that, and then do the online?
Well, I mean, like most people, I sold a few things on eBay here and there, but nothing too serious. I mean, like I said, I've always wanted to sell. I mean, I always wanted to do this. So I was on eBay like since 2001 and PayPal since 2001. So that's like when like they first started almost. I remember Yahoo auctions when they had that. I did that, and it was just and I know we hate the word flipper, but it's something to kind of combat the buying. I mean, because you want to buy more, right? So you want to try. You sell to buy more. So it's it all started way back then. I mean, I didn't go too hard, but like I said, I wanted to have a brick and mortar. I wanted to have a shop that people could come into and just hang out. And when I first opened, the plan was to make it, like a comic book shop feel. People come in, we could talk shop and do whatever, hang out, watch TV, listen to music, things like that. And people still do that. But I'm like almost like a hole in the wall. Like my spot is a small spot, but the location is pretty hot. Like that Midtown area is booming right now. So it's now just me trying to reorganize things to make it seem bigger. Because I wanted to put like chairs and stuff there so people could just sit and watch and hang out, and instead of people just standing out or standing and we're just chatting. But it's been good. Like I said, working on 3 years, and people come in and we have meetups. The Nerds Unite community. There's people that come from the Bay Area, from Central California, and they just come and hang out and. But yeah, it started off with eBay and some auctions here and there. Yeah.
So the raffle is over. And by the way, I think Michael asked that he wants to start his own store.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he.
I've actually thought about it a few times. It's been on the back of my mind to maybe when I retire someday, do that.
Yeah.
But it's just the only thing I worry about is just being able to get a hold of like the inventory and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's people that actually came to me, like several people would just come in and say like, oh, I want to open something. Do you have any advice? Or because I went to a few people that I knew that owned their own places and asked for suggestions and what they thought. And people are coming to me now. If you're able to, and that's what you want to do, that's it's a lot of hard work, but it's still it's fun,
So the contest or the raffle ended, and Funko Lover 30. So Mindy won.
Mindy won.
So where did my
Yes, Mindy. I have your info, so I'm gonna send it to you.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I don't have I keep closing the thing out to show what all she won. I'm not good at this sometimes. There we go. There we go, Mindy. This is what you won, just to show you again. The 4 reaction figures and the 2 closed sodas that could be chases. You know,
could be Chase's. Yeah.
Could be Chase's. Never know. Especially with the way Av's keeping things around the store. I always love looking at your Instagram because you're always like you've got the people in there, they're opening them and get stuff going. So yeah, it's great. I love that. I think we need to talk, Av, about this metallic Imperial Palace Batman. We need to talk about that because I need one of those.
Do you need one?
And I don't know. I didn't know where I could find one. So we need to talk about that.
Okay, we'll talk because I do have one more left. So
do you have
it has your name on it? Yes.
Oh, yes. It would go so well because I've got the other two right there. I was on it. This is so hard to do. Like there they are.
Yeah.
Both of them right there. And I gotta get that one.
You gotta get awesome. the blue metallic one.
Is there a blue metallic one?
There's a blue metallic one.
Oh,
it's another. It's like an Asia exclusive, and it's even crazier. It's hard. It's harder to get, but I could try for you if you want.
There, I would love to have that one. Yeah. So you just write Andy on the bottom of the foot. I'll be happy. So, all right, real quick. We've talked about this a lot. So, where can people? I mean, obviously, Beehive Midtown. If you are in Sacramento, please stop by and see Av because he likes to talk to everybody. And that's great. So check him out there. Check him out on The Average Nerd. I will say The Average Nerd is another reason why we started our podcast. And along with the Dorksman, we found out we like listening to you guys. It was like, oh, okay, I think we could do this. We could talk for a little bit about something. And so you guys had started and we were like, all right, we could do this. So thanks to you guys for helping us get started.
Very cool.
Even though you didn't know it, you helped.
Yeah. Well, that's how we were too. I mean, like you mentioned Dorksman, and then there's Secondary Heroes and Geek Together and all of them, and it's something that we wanted to. We just love to talk, and same with you guys. I mean, it's something that and talk about stuff that you love, really.
Yeah, and
it's easy
with Toy Rewind. It's awesome because we get to talk about all the toys. Michael knew most of them because he's old. And so me and John, we learn a lot, and then we had, Jorge and Dave on the last episode that we did, and we all three learned a lot about the Ronin Warrior stuff. So it's awesome to bring everybody in, kind of talk about the stuff and remember these toys, these specific ones that we had growing up, as opposed to what everybody's kind of collecting now. And we know Damien collects everything, so don't say anything, Damien.
I know. As a person that's never been to Disneyland, I know quite a bit about Disneyland by listening to their.
Same here. There's stuff we're talking about it, and I mean mostly the food part. Like me and Dave were like, oh man, they have that. You learn something every time. Yeah.
We went a few years ago, me and my family, and I realized that it was a lot more fun just to the food and seeing all that. Like the rides are fun, and the kids are all about that. But I was like, the food is that's where it's at.
Yeah.
And all the stuff around. So, and we're going to Disney World later this year, which now that I listened to your last podcast, we all talked about Disney. There's a lot of stuff I'm going to look at Disney World.
Yeah.
See if I can notice things like the go away green.
And the go away green.
So it is gonna be a blast.
Oh, that's cool.
Also, so make sure you're listening to the Average Nerd. And then obviously you guys do your Monday thing that you came over from singing to hang out with us tonight.
That was just I always wanted to do something like that just to I know it's Monday and everyone claims to hate Mondays, right? So
I mean,
try and have something fun.
Mondays have gotten a lot better since most people are staying at home now.
That's true. That's true.
They're not nearly as bad as they used to be.
But I always wanted, and this whole, and I don't have a singing voice, but I love to sing, and it's horrible, but I'm okay with that because, and it started off, I think we had we did a Christmas episode, live stream. And one of the things was I had to sing to try and steal our white elephant gift or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to sing it, and that's how it kind of started. And then threw the idea around and just have something on Monday where we listen to music and sing along and just hang out with others after the weekend. Start the week right on start the week on a good note.
There's nothing that says you have
a bad note. Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing that says you have to start it on a bad note. You have to wait all the way to the weekend just to hang out,
right?
To do something fun. So
did that. And then, I mean, we alternate our recording. So we're recording tonight. But our Twitch, we don't have a set Twitch schedule. We just go on. Dave goes on late at night and plays video games or they play he does Beat Saber or Rocket League. And, we did this Monday thing. Sometimes we go on and we just, open stuff but yeah, no set schedule, but it's usually supposed to be every other week.
Yeah. Well, that's like we are with our toy collector, our toy box showcases. They're not set. And then even our collector showcases are, we're getting those all lined up and kind of doing it every other week and kind of stuff. So, well, obviously on top of all that with you, we are here working with Geek Together. So make sure you're listening to Geek Together. They go live every Saturday at some time. I don't know. Follow their podcast or follow their socials.
Usually at 7, I think. 7
Is
PM.
it 7? See, I get so confused about Pacific time, Central time, and I don't like time zones. It should always be the same time everywhere, I think. So just figure it out. So be sure you're doing that. Check out The Average Nerd. Check out Toy Rewind. Follow all of us everywhere. We appreciate having you on, Av.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
I'm going to set up this raid. We are going to raid Andrew J. Noe. And while I set this up, if you guys have anything else.
That hour went by quick.
It does. It goes by so quick.
Yeah. I feel like I could talk more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I can totally talk more. But the game's about to start, so I got to go watch the game.
So, right. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So, all right. We are rating now. So, thanks, everybody, for coming. Thanks, Av. And congratulations,
thanks, Av,
Mindy.
Talking to us. Yeah.
So,
thanks,
we'll see you guys later.
For showing up.
Yeah.
All right.
It's rating.
We're homies.